Hi guys, and welcome to another how-to video by Davey Shambles. This time we're going to put a switch at the back of a slim PlayStation 3 so it's easier accessible for the jailbreak dongle which I have here, so I can turn it on and stuff instead of just sticking the lead in and then having to press eject and power, and it's just a pain in the bum having to do it all the time. Sometimes you don't get it right, so easiest thing would be install a switch at the back. Now I'm going to go with a switch, like a lamp switch on the actual power lead itself. I'm not going to mess around cutting holes in the back of my PS3 and putting a rocker switch in, because it's just you've got to reach around the back and stuff, and then you void the warranty, and you could like cut a wire, an important wire or something, so you can mess it up basically. So do it on the lead. The leads are easy to replace, and if you make a mistake then yeah, you've got another one cheap enough anyway. So what we're going to do first is we're going to measure with a tape measure the distance from where basically like where you're going to place your PS3 and how accessible the switch is going to be. So basically we're going to measure where basically from the back of the unit to the back of the PS3 to a good enough distance where I could access a switch basically. So okay, so that measured up to 25 inches. Right, before we start, there's a few things: standing eye, wire cutter, a little set of electrical screwdrivers. It's a little sort of like bundled set. It's got Phillips flathead and all sorts in there, and a tape measure. Now, as you can see on the end, this end here, is that basically it's a universal. Well, not universal. I mean, it's a universal adapter. That is, but this is a European plug socket. Okay, so for all you European guys out there, this will be handy for you. Also, it's quite similar to obviously the American sort of style as well, but obviously the pins are closer together and they're flat bladed. So it's basically the same sort of procedure. All electrical stuff is basically sort of near enough the same. It just depends on what output you're doing. You don't need a certain outputtage switch, but if any switch you do, I mean, this is a lamp switch, so this is designed basically the same sort of style as a lamp cable anyway. So a lamp switch would do perfectly. Okay. Right, we'll go with this one then. Okay, so what we need to do is get a screwdriver and select a flathead. Right, flathead piece there. And then what we'll do is we shall unscrew the switch. See that, guys? Yeah. As I say, it's a bit of a shame. I could have used the other one, it looked a bit nicer, but this one's got a bigger opening for the cables, as you can see there. It's got a bigger opening for a cable to go in. Let's give it a little bit of a prise open there. There are the other screws for the base part. For this base piece here, we'll put the screws in there and put that to the side for now. Right, so basically, as you can see, I've cut the wires and I've wired them in to the switch base. Okay, so blue being a negative, which is at the bottom there, you can see it's joined together with a screw, and then these two bits are the part of the switch that cuts the live feed out on and off. So then the two brown ones are live into that. Basically I use the wire strippers and this bit here, down here, it's like a little numbers, see them? And then 0.75, the last one. I use that to strip the blue and the brown wire with, and then I got the little screws and screwed it all down onto this, and then all you do once you've done that, you just put the lid back on. Basically I just follow the instructions basically on that comes with the switch, and then yes, you just basically put that on there and then wire it all together, and that's it. I'm going to pop a bit of insulation tape around this bit here to keep it safe, and then I'm going to put it on and show you how it works. Right, as you can see, I've installed it here. Here's the switch, and we're going to flick it on. The red light comes on PlayStation, power eject, and the dongle should flash green, and a steady constant green. prove that it's working. Telly turns on. And there we have it. It's working a treat. Marvellous.